My name is Sternberg. I'm here today on behalf of Toms of Maine. They're doing a wonderful Nature Nurtures campaign. They're supporting local businesses, small businesses like mine, Beyond the Bayou tours. We do eco tours in the greater New Orleans area. And today I would like to show you guys Barataria Preserve. There's some beautiful trails here. Hopefully we'll see some wildlife, fingers crossed. We're gonna practice social distancing. We're gonna stay safe, 6 feet from all other people, all other wildlife. If you see me get closer, it's because I hit zoom on my phone. So no, I didn't get too close. And I'd like to thank Toms of Maine for supporting small businesses and helping share the healing power of nature with all of us, which I think we all need right now. All right, guys, let's check out the park. Okay, so as we started this visitor center trail, I want to point out, do not feed the wildlife. Don't feed the alligators. A lot of people think it's not that big of a deal to feed wildlife, and I don't want to judge or criticize anyone. I just want to share from my perspective why it's important to respect these regulations. And that is because feeding the wildlife doesn't help them, it harms them. It puts them and you in danger. So alligators, for example, are naturally pretty reclusive and shy animals. They avoid people. When we feed them, we change their natural behavior. They start to approach people and have expectations of people that aren't healthy for them or for us. And so I highly encourage all of you not to feed the wildlife and not to support the feeding of wildlife. Alligators. Are y'all enjoying this? See this big bald cypress here, the monarch of the swamp. This is about 208 at least years old. This sign right here from the Louisiana Bicentennial Cypress Legacy says alive in 1812. All right. Check this out. This is Spanish moss, which it's kind of silly, but it's actually not Spanish. It's not moss. It's actually an epiphyte. You might be thinking WTF is an epiphyte. It's basically just an air plant, an arboreal plant that draws its nutrients and moisture from the air. And Spanish moss is actually most closely related to pineapple. It's in the same family, and it's not symbiotic. It's not really helping these oak trees, but it's not really harming them either. And the reason it has the colloquial name of Spanish moss is actually natives thought it looked like Spaniards' long wispy white beards back in the day. Check out all these beautiful cypress knees. Cypress knees are part of the root structure of cypress trees, and they provide a good solid foundation for these massive bald cypress trees that grow in the swamp, because the soil is really shallow and therefore they grow wide instead of down and spread their roots. A lot of them will actually interlock with other trees to provide a support system so they can lean on one another. It's pretty beautiful when you think about it. So, state tree of Louisiana is the bald cypress, and if you look around, you'll see a bunch of beautiful cypress trees. These are actually secondary growth, so if these were historic cypress trees, they would be probably 2 to 3 times this size. They can live for hundreds, if not thousands of years. These, I would guess, are about maybe 100 years old. And these are cypress knees. Now, a lot of people think cypress knees are for the trees to breathe, but they're actually a root and support system, and that keeps all these trees connected and stable because of the shallow conditions in soil here in Louisiana and the swamp. And actually, I just noticed this, if you come look close over here, you will see a little frog hiding out in the shade. Frogs are indicator species, which means they can indicate the health of an ecosystem. So if we see lots of frogs, that means the ecosystem is healthy, so that's a good sign. Frogs are pretty cool. One thing that's interesting about frogs is they breathe through their skin. Not only is that rad, but it also means their skin is pretty sensitive. So when I was a kid, I used to like catching frogs, and then I learned that it's actually pretty harmful for them even if you let them go, because the oils and the sunscreen and the lotion and things from your hand that are not toxic to you can be toxic to a frog. Even this big bullfrog is obviously much smaller than us, so it can do a lot of damage. So try to avoid touching wildlife, especially frogs. So we're now at the Bayou Trail. You are virtually here. Thanks for joining us. And we're about to do this Bayou Trail, and we're gonna hit the Kenta Canal. We're gonna go to this marsh overlook trail, and then we're gonna come back and, ooh, what's this sign say? Notice, alligators are common in this area. Okay, they can be dangerous and should not be approached, frightened, or fed. Please give them the respect they deserve. Keep your distance. I think let's apply that to people too. What do you think? Yeah? All right, sweet. Let's go. Joining us for our virtual tour of Jean Lafitte National Historic Park and Preserve, aka Barataria Preserve. It was a beautiful day. It was so nice to get outside. Nature truly is nurturing. I would really like to sincerely thank Tom's of Maine, not only for their wonderful products, but also for supporting small businesses and small business owners such as myself. I own a local swamp tour company based out of New Orleans called Beyond the Bayou Tours. We are completely shut down until this pandemic gets under control, and Tom's of Maine was kind enough to reach out and ask me to safely provide this virtual tour for all of you. And I'd also like to thank Ashley for helping me come out here and film this. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little something. If not, I hope I was just dorky enough to entertain you and not too dorky to make you want to tune out. So thanks again, and I hope to see you out here sometime. And everybody stay safe, wash your hands, stay home, social distancing, all that good stuff. All right, take care. Bye.